Okay, so I wanted to do a picture of my setup here while just before I start tie-dyeing. So as you can see, I have two tables set up, and I have two buckets here and here. They're both filled with water. And then right here I have another bucket that's filled with all the clothes that I'm going to be tie-dyeing in soda ash. So they have been soaking in soda ash. I have it covered because the trees are dropping all these little seeds all over, and so I just have it covered for right now. Dyes that I have today, I have a container filled with dyes, and I've labeled each of them here. Now before I do any tie-dye today, I'm going to shake each of these up because I actually made these yesterday. So I want to make sure that the colors all mixed up. I did use a blender to make them, so they should be pretty nice and mixed. And I have a bunch of different colors here. You don't need that many colors. I just have some specific things that I want to do today. And so I thought, so I'm going to have lots of different colors to do those specific things. You also need rubber bands. You can use thin ones like this, thicker, or I have these extra thick rubber bands that I will be using today for a specific type of tie-dye. I have gloves to protect my hands. I have saran wrap for the type of tie-dye that needs the bigger rubber bands. And then I have these gray totes that I'm going to use today, like this, along with cookie drying cooling racks, like this, that fit right over top. And then what I can do is I can tie-dye right over top and let all the extra dye fall down below and not have the clothing item sit in the dye that I'm doing. Okay, and then lastly, I have this little tote here, and it's full of plastic bags. I'm going to use these plastic bags to wrap the tie-dye up after I'm done tie-dyeing, and then I'm going to use this tote to hold all the tie-dye in the house because I don't want to leave it outside overnight. It does want to be in a warmer temperature overnight, so I'm going to bring this in, and this will protect my flooring and everything. And then you do want to make sure that you're near a hose because these racks will get dye on them, and you'll need to rinse them off in between your tie-dyes if you're doing different types of tie-dye. Okay, so that's the whole setup. Okay, so right now I'm going to work on an outfit that I'm making for one of my daughters, and I have a shirt, a pair of pants, and a bucket hat. Okay, so I've taken these pants out of the soda ash and I've squeezed as much water out of them as possible. You don't want a ton of water left in them because if you do, then the dye will run. Now for this particular style that I'm working on, it doesn't really matter if the dye runs, but for other styles that are crisper, you really do want to try and get as much of that liquid out of your clothing item before you put the dye in. Okay, so this is a scrunch type of dye effect, and I really like this. It has basically an all-over color look, and it's really fun, it's easy to do, and it's pretty eye-popping. So, I want to get nice and rubber bands, you don't stretch too hard, but that stretch just the same. So you can see how it is getting smaller and smaller as I put the rubber bands on. Now I want this whole outfit to match, so I'm going to do the same effect for the shirt and the hat. Okay, that's pretty good. So it's nice and tight, and here's the shirt. And I'm just going to pull it all together and then grab some rubber bands. You do want to try and keep it flat though, even though it's scrunched up and it doesn't look very orderly. It really is. Oh gosh, some of these rubber bands are freaking. No fear, I've got millions of rubber bands. So kind of have to get over that when you're tie-dyeing. It's like balloon making, you know, some balloons are gonna pop. So just kind of got to get over it. So that's pretty tight right there. And then here's a hat. I've never done a hat before. I have 4 hats to do, and I'm hoping that they turn out really good. These are from Dharma Trading Company, and they are adult size. I didn't get kid size because, you know, these just never really fit. So I figured, well, I'm just going to get adult size, and if they're too big, that's going to be okay. Okay, so I'm going to scrunch this up. I'm going to use a thicker rubber band to start with, just because the brim material is a little bit stiff. So I'm trying to get that part in like that. There we go, and I think maybe that should be fine. So that's like that. So 3 different items, and they're all going to be the same color. So I am going to place them on top of my tray and move. Let's see a little bit better. Okay, so I have 3 items here, and the colors she's decided today are deep purple in here and black. She wants a Halloween-y themed outfit. She loves her orange and black outfit that I made for her, so she wants a purple and black one too. I'm going to also use some of this brushed steel. It's a gray, and it's really nice in there. So first I'm going to shape. I'm going to do the purple first, and then the brushed steel, and then the black. The black is really, really strong, and so we want to make sure that we get some other color on there first. Also noted, the black takes about 4 times as much dye to make it, the powder to make it. So if you want to get black, you need to get a big enough container that you can make it. This is the Raven black that I'm using. It's the blackest black. So I'm just applying the dye to the hat. It's taking it nicely. And then I'm going to apply it to the pants. Things to think about when making pants is where you put the red, especially I think that, you know, sometimes people can accidentally put red in the crotch area, just in the crotch area. And so I really feel like you need to think about it a little bit before you do pants, because that could bring up some uncomfortable conversations if they're around immature people. Okay, so now I'm doing the brushed steel. And I'm saturating the clothes. I'm going to just check the other side. Okay, so you can see I've done the top side, but I've not done the bottom. And so the areas where the purple is, I soaked a little bit through, but not completely. So I want to just make sure I get that all the way in on this side. That way it comes out with a good dye. I'm going to flip this one over. Again, because I'm doing the crunch, or the scrunchy one, I don't have to worry too much about what I touch on this. If I was doing one with a better pattern, I would rinse my hands off in between touching it. Now here's the other thing that you need to do, is you need to check to make sure that the dye is getting in, right? So if I look in here, can you see that? There's a lot of white in there still. So I'm just going to stick this in there and kind of pull it apart and make sure that it's getting the dye in completely. Now some people like a lot of white on their tie-dye. I don't. So I like to just double check it. Oh, see, that's a big white spot in the middle there. Now it's possible the dye would seep into it, but I found that if there's a white spot, it's going to show through. Now I'm just squeezing it gently. I still haven't applied the black at all. And there is still some spots in here. This is the brushed steel that I'm putting in. I really like the fully saturated colors. Okay, I'm going to check on the shirt over here. Put some more in there. Over there. Oh yeah, look at that. See, those areas have lots of white in them still. So I'm just going to kind of pull them apart a little bit and get all of that in. That's really nice. Okay, now the hat is there, and that's good. Okay, now we're going to do the black. I'm going to shake this up a little bit. Now again, if I was doing another type of shirt, I would rinse my hands off, which is why I have the water buckets. But because I'm doing this scrunched style, it's okay if I mix the colors up in there. Okay, so the black. Okay. There we go. And then this is the shirt. Okay, and then I'm just going to check it and make sure that it all looks good. Okay, so those all look good. Check this. A little bit more there. Okay, so these 3 all look good. Now these 3 are all the same colors, so I'm going to put them all on the same back. First thing I'm going to do, though, is rinse my hands off. So I have buckets of water so that I can rinse my hands off in between dyes so that I don't contaminate them at all. And I don't want... Okay, so the next set of tie-dye that I'm going to do are ones that I have sewn a image into. Okay, so if you can you see that? A nice loose stitch that I can gather, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So that's a star. This is a sunset. that I'm planning to do. So you can see that, how it's sewn there. That's the first one I'm going to do. This is a turtle, and this one is a heart. Okay, so this is where you're going to need the saran wrap. So I'm going to pull a nice big stretch of saran wrap out, and I'm just going to set it aside gently right here. My water bottle holding onto it a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do this sunset one first. And I've had this idea in my head for a long time, and I'm hoping that I can pull it off. I have gone through the colors that I have here, and I've marked them out on this note card so I can make sure that I get the colors in the right order of what I'm thinking of. It may work, it may not. It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to make the camera down a little bit so you can see. So what I'm going to do here is find the little knot that I've made and the little knot that I've made right here, and I'm going to just gather this together. Nice and tight. Okay, so you can see there's a clear spot here that I can tie a rubber band around. So I'm going to use one of these super thick rubber bands to tie around that. Okay, now this is kind of hard to do, so I'm hoping it will work out. There we go. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to dye this section here first, and then I'm going to wrap it in plastic wrap, and then I'm going to dye this section and this section separately. And in order to do that effectively, I want to make a line here and put another plastic or thick rubber band right there, just to hold it in place. Okay, and then these two areas here can get rubber banded and folded and rubber banded. So I'm going to accordion fold these. Now I want this as nice as possible. The more time you take to do this accordion fold, the better it will turn out. So accordion fold is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. Okay, so now I'm going to just use regular rubber bands to go around this and make lines. So I want a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 places for color. So I'm going to go here, get this down as low as I want it, just about there, and then pull it back through. Okay, nice and gentle so you don't mess up all your folds. And then one more time through here. Fix those a little bit. So that's one. And then we'll do another one here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Really hoping this one turns out. So this is the third one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and that'll be 6 at the end. And the sixth one is going to be peony colored. That's the color that I'm going to do on the end. So it's okay if it's kind of light. Or, sorry, if it doesn't have a lot of room, that's okay, because it's going to be kind of like the faded part of the sunset. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is the sun. Okay, so next, down here is going to be where the water is. And these are going to be blues. And I'm okay with not as many colors, or quite as many varieties of colors down here. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, oh, that rubber band broke. Let's see. There you go. And then here's another one. And that'll be the last one. Okay, so we have 3 down here. Oh dear, sorry. I have 3 down here for the ocean, the sun, and the sunset. Okay, so I'm going to drag the box up here and put it all right there. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is the sun. I'm going to shake using lemon yellow, and I'm just going to fully saturate this. It doesn't take that much dye to fully saturate it. Okay, but I want it to be fully colored, so I'm going to just check the other side, and that looks great. Okay, I'm going to rinse my hand off so I don't touch any other parts. And then we've got our plastic wrap here. And I am just going to wrap the plastic all the way around the dye area. And this is where the big rubber bands really come in handy. So you want as little as possible to bleed into this. And so we're going to, make sure the plastic wrap is all the way down. We're going to squeeze these over top. That's one. We're going to do one more. Over top. Just to hold it on completely. Anything to get on there. And then I think I'm just going to do one more. Just for good measure. Okay, there we go. So now we have many rubber bands around that big area. Okay, so the lemon yellow away, and we're going to do soft orange now. Let's see, orange crush, baby pink, soft orange. This soft orange is going to be right here, and if you think about the yellow and the orange together, they mix nicely together. So the fact that there's a little bleed isn't a big deal. There we go. And next, I'm going to do the orange crush, which is this one here. That's a darker orange, and it's going to look really good. Now it's okay if there's a little bit more white in this one, in my opinion, because it is a sunset, so I think it's going to look really nice. Okay, next we're going to do a watermelon color, which is a darker pink. Not a dark pink, but just kind of a dark, soft pink. And then after that, we're going to do coral pink. Okay. And after that is a baby pink. Oh, I really hope this turns out nice, because it really has potential. I'm thinking about this for about a year now, about how to pull this off. So, and then finally, this is a peony, which is like a really light purple. Okay, then I'm going to rinse my hands off, and I'm going to do the blues down here. Now I've got a Caribbean blue, and a turquoise, and a cobalt blue. I believe the cobalt is the darkest, so I'm going to put this down here at the bottom. Now, if there's any bleed with the yellow, then it'll be a little green, which is, totally great. Okay, and then the Caribbean blue. And then after we do that, I've got the turquoise. Okay. So I'm rinsing my hands again. Now, what I want to do is I want to wrap this section and wrap this section separately. So I'm going to pull off some of this cling wrap. And wrap it up. That's that section. And there we go. Here's the other section. Now there's going to be a little bit of bleed through with the orange, and orange and blue do not make a lovely color combo, so hopefully that's okay. I do want to just try and see if I can wrap that middle part a little bit better. And this is just preventing it from, when it's in its bag, touching the other parts. Hopefully. Hopefully that works. Okay? So now I'm going to just put it in a plastic bag and hope it turns out good. Okay? So, goodbye. Oh, bye-bye. Turn out good, please. Okay, so that's the Caribbean. Okay. Okay, so we now have Tesla, Abby, and Ben to do their own tie-dye. So Tesla's going to be doing a sweatshirt, a hat, and an undershirt that is one of Papa's, and she can then wear that to bed. And then Ben is going to be doing a hat and a regular size shirt and an undershirt that he can choose to wear to bed. And then Abby...
I'm going to do an undershirt, a regular shirt.
I don't think we have another regular shirt for you.
No.
An undershirt and pants.
Undershirt and pants.
Because I already did Abby's hat. Wah, wah, wah.
And my outfit.
And, yeah, which she's happy about. Can you tell? Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. Now, it kind of zoomed in a bit, so it's hard.
It only looks at me.
Well, it's just your tummy, though. So it's kind of weird. So I'm going to be pointing down at Ben and Tesla's, let's see. Oh, can you hand me that cloth? Their table. So it's pointing at your table right now. So they each have rubber bands, and they each have shirts and hats and all the materials that they need to tie their tie-dye. So the first thing they're going to do is tie it. And Abby and I are going to be doing the same thing over here off camera.
I actually can't do it, so that's...
Well, you're going to be helping me, though, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you want... Oh, these are not yours.
Oh.
But those are Tesla size. These ones are your size. Okay, now, do you want... What do you want? Do you want, like, color, or do you want scrunched up color? Like lines of color or scrunched up color?
Lines of color.
Lines of color, great.
But,
Okay,
but like the top part, just bigger.
okay, sure. Okay, so I'm going to be pointing this over here so I can show everybody, since I showed them the pants earlier. Okay, so the key here is to make sure that the pant legs line up together. So you do an accordion fold, like that, and then match it up here on a little cameo by Jason as he throws in some cloth. He's going to have to be throwing in cloth to the bucket underneath the table. Thank you.
The big one with soda in?
Yeah.
There you go. It's a little big.
Thank you, that's okay. That might be a little bit big. I cannot believe that worked out.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
I will. And guys, if you're wearing long sleeves, roll up your sleeves.
Okay, yep, that's for sure. Okay, so we're going to start rubber banding it over here at the end.
Oh, and guys, I actually just noticed this. How did that get on there?
Oh my!
Yeah, I already showed it to my mom, and I was laughing. Literally laughing.
Okay, and then here. So by keeping these even, it looks really good when you're wearing them, right?
I know because I have a heart shirt, and almost all of the tie-dye is blended into one piece of tie-dye that started going into the first tie-dye. And guess what it all made? Black.
Oh man,
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
that is super funny.
So hard to grab the rubber band once it's like stuck.
Oh yeah, totally. I know, it's kind of tricky grabbing everything with gloves on, right?
Yeah.
Especially everything's wet. And
especially if the gloves are a little big.
yeah, gloves are a little bit big.
But
And
at least we do have gloves.
yeah,
Yep.
kind of make it work, right?
And these are plastic, but not see-through plastic.
You're funny.
See the bumps.
Okay, so there's one all tied up.
So-
And then you also wanted to do a nightshirt, right? Okay, now what kind of pattern do you want to do on this? You want to do a swirl?
Swirl.
A swirl? Okay,
Wait,
cool.
no, lines.
More lines?
Yeah, so then it's an outfit. Like,
But this is a nightshirt though.
then we'll do swirl.
Okay.
Because it's like, you're getting super sleepy.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Like,
good.
it's
Whoa.
sleepy time.
Yeah. Okay, so can you lift this up and just put it over here, off to the side?
I can see the dirtiness.
Nice. Yeah, the soda ash on there, huh? Oh wow, that's awesome.
Ooh, it goes from
So
top to
Tesla's sweatshirt. It's right here. Now, are you gonna do all the bottom part one
Yeah,
color,
I haven't done that. No, wait.
or are you gonna tie more? I think you should tie more just so that it's not floppy. You could do it all one color, but just tie it up.
Fingers. Fluffy like my
Okay, and
fingers.
Ben is rolling his.
Then-
Nice
I
job,
don't know
bud.
how I'm doing it, but I'm just doing it.
You're doing it, and it's gonna happen.
And I'm
That's
doing
right.
this.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so it's gonna be pointing down at Abby's again, so I can do the swirl pattern. Okay, ready? So for the swirl, gather in the middle, and yeah, there you go. While you're doing that, I'm just gonna push it around. Good. Yeah, nice and tight. Nice and tight, right?
And then you wrap around.
Then we wrap around, right?
And one straight in the middle.
One straight in the middle.
And then I think two on the sides.
Yep. There you go.
I am right. Oh, hi, camera.
Oh, watch out! You're gonna get your hair in there.
I don't know how.
No, I don't want to tie dye your hair. Although that would be really cool.
Oh, a tie-dye wig! Tie-dye wig! You could tie-dye your hair at all of our hair.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I think we have to bleach it first, though.
Oh, yeah.
That would cause a lot of damage. I wish you could tie dye your hair without damaging it.
Oh, you could.
I know, that would be really nice.
Like, you could do a tie-dye wig.
That's true. Good, very smart.
And then wear your whole tie-dye outfit and be your mom.
Okay, so there's that. I'm going to do one more band right here.
So then it stays in.
Yep.
I will start with my pants.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, so we have that right there. You can see it's nice and tight, and it's a disc. It's not rolled up on itself. It's a disc. Okay. So now, Abby, can you get your tote with the?
It's this one?
Yep, that.
What do you need?
Okay, so do the pants first. I wish I could put this up on something.
Let me wrap it around like this.
Let me just look for something I can sit this up on.
Oh, you could use that box.
Yay, I'm done with the sweatshirt.
Great. Tesla's got her sweatshirt all done. Ben's got his hat and his shirt done.
Yeah.
Okay, good job.
I need help with the
With the undershirt? Okay. Let me help Ben for a second, Abby, okay?
Okay, I will get the dark purple.
Okay, wait. I don't want you to do any dyeing until we're all set, okay?
I know, I just want to get the dark purple out.
Okay. Okay, Mr.
I want
Ben.
to do it with the purple.
Oh, okay. I can't.
She has to sew that on.
I have to sew that on there.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you think I should do with it?
Abby's doing a swirl pattern for her. Oh, do you want to do that square? Do you remember the square pattern that we did? Where we folded it up into a square and then we only had to dye like a pocket like that?
Oh,
Oh, Abby, don't touch it. Okay. Okay, so let's do that. So, in order to do this, I'm going to fold it in half. And then fold it in half again. Okay, and then we're going to do square there. And kind of accordion folding this the rest of the way. Square there. And square there. Okay? And then you want to rubber band it like that. So. Tesla, you doing okay?
Yeah.
I don't really know what I did with this, but it looks like a chocolate bar.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's
Is that the undershirt?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to help Abby with her dyeing. And when you guys are ready, you can grab your totes and start dyeing as well.
Oh, wait. I think I want to start with the red.
Is that red? You don't want to dye. You're funny.
So where's the
Fabric
fire
dyeing.
red?
The fire red's right here. Here, let me just shake it.
I will do a rainbow pattern, like red, orange, yellow, green,
Okay.
blue, purple.
I think you would like the orange crest. That is soft orange. This is orange fresh.
Oh, yeah.
So, red,
Is there a black and like
gray.
gray?
Yep. There's the gray, I think. Is it fresh steel?
Deep purple.
Oh, deep purple. Okay.
Oh,
Oh no, I want to do
Fresh steel.
black and blue.
Black and blue. Okay. So I would put the blue down first.
so
That's aquamarine, so it's a little bit of a green. Turquoise, or I have cobalt blue or Caribbean blue.
What's that one?
Cobalt. It's kind of dark.
I want to be Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Could I have fuchsia?
Fuchsia?
And a watermelon?
Yeah, the watermelon's so pretty.
Oh, I didn't see the watermelon.
Yeah.
Where's the color that's kind of greenish blue?
Greenish blue, that's the aquamarine.
Okay, so the aquamarine,
Huh? And then turquoise maybe? Or cobalt blue?
cobalt,
Cobalt blue?
and then dark purple.
Perfect. Okay, Abby's got a plan. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, let's go for it.
Go for
You want
it.
to do the dyeing?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't.
Now remember,
Because I don't want.
okay, no dyeing today, just fabric dye. Okay. Oh, yeah. Gentle.
I'm not even squeezing it.
You gotta be real careful when you're doing this so you don't waste any dye, right?
I'm doing a tiny squeeze at a time.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna help you out here. And Ben, you need to make sure that you get all the sides of yours.
I know. That's what
I'm just gonna see it's not going through all the way. Can you see how it's still white on the sides? Now that one you definitely want to flip over, Ben, and Tesla you too, because it's not going to get in there, right? And you want to kind of squeeze the areas because those are really thick folds. Okay. And here's a water over. So I wonder if you need to rinse your hands off.
Oh my god, I like the cold.
It is cold. Okay. All right, Abby, you do the orange now.
Red done.
Yeah, that's okay. It'll look fine. Okay,
Remember wrap this up?
Now, no, we don't have to wrap it up on this one. Now, when you're flipping it over, you actually don't want to just flip it completely. You want to go slowly down like this, and then bring it up like that. That way you don't spill it.
I like me.
That's okay. You're learning, right? We all have to learn.
So I'm gonna do the black now.
Do this.
Hopefully I don't spill it on the blue because.
Yep, just do it real slowly. You know, bring it down nice and slow.
I'm doing
Okay,
fuchsia,
I'm gonna-
watermelon, and this baby.
Oh, that's gonna look really good, Tesla.
Mine is also gonna look super good.
I did some really fun colors on the star shirt that I made for you. Okay, good. Yeah. You want to go rinse your hands off?
Red. Oh,
Looks good, Ben. You're being really careful. I love it.
I like how it feels.
Oh, I kind of got
Oh, and Tesla, yours looks really neat too. I love those colors.
Thank you.
Looks like a Jolly Rancher or something.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
like Jolly Rancher.
does.
Mine will look like all of the Jolly Ranchers mixed into a
Oh
rainbow.
my gosh, it's
So
like a
next is
Skittles.
yellow.
Next is yellow.
I can do that. I'm just squeezing it. A little
Okay,
bit.
what should I do for my?
Are you all done with that one?
Yes.
Okay, so here's a bag to put that one in.
Oh, thank you. Do a little bit of squeezing. Flip it over. Oh, the yellow one all the way
Oh,
through.
very nice.
But I
You want
will.
to put the camera?
Yeah. Ben's is doing a good job. I really like these totes, don't you guys?
Yeah.
Yes,
Good
they're
ones,
very
Tyler.
helpful.
Yeah. Okay, and Tesla, you can put it gently into the bucket there.
So I did red, orange, yellow.
Red, orange, and
Squeeze it
yellow.
a little
Oh,
bit.
Yeah.
just so cute.
Yeah, rinsing our hands off. Okay, now, yep, 1
Give me
second.
a sec. Oh my god.
Okay,
Oh
now,
my god. I
now
got your
Tesla,
car.
Tesla, if you want to rinse your crate, your screen off before you do anything, you can.
Where's the baby? The baby pink.
Baby, right here.
Oh, wait.
So if you want to rinse your screen off before you can, or you don't have to.
I think I'll do it real quick.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Well, you can rinse them off with the hose, right?
Oh.
Yeah, just take the whole thing and rinse it off with the hose.
Brr, my hands are getting cold. Oh, and make sure to get freezing cold.
Okay.
Ah, oh, I
Oh,
love
the
water.
water.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so next you want to do the aquamarine.
I thought it said Abby's color.
Okay, Ben, are you all done with yours?
No. I
No?
just
Okay.
flipped over.
Okay.
That's why.
Oh, right. Okay, so Ben's is flipped over, and you can see how it hasn't gone through to the other side, right?
Yep.
So,
So I just-
yeah.
Deep, but it will.
You should do your own tie dye. That would be crazy.
But then,
Use this for mommy.
actually, I forgot to get those sweatpants.
Okay.
I'm doing a different color.
Oh, don't trip.
Too late.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna do baby pink and lemon yellow for my beaver.
Ooh, it would look a lot like the shirt you're wearing right now, but different. You think you like those colors?
I like
Yeah.
these. I think I
Oh,
just
Abby, yours is doing really
yellow.
good.
But I used yellow real quick
To make it.
so
Oh, here, wait. Yeah, can she?
Yeah.
So then it could just make it more green.
Okay, let's watch it.
Green.
Well done, Abby. Don't squeeze it too hard, because you're gonna just spill out a lot of the color.
I'm not even squeezing it.
Okay. Let me wipe that off. Okay, that's enough. Let me wipe that bottle off for Tesla so that she doesn't accidentally get blue on her sweatshirt that she's trying to do specific colors on. Okay.
It reminds me of spring, and I really like light colors.
Yeah.
So
There's a pink coral too. A coral pink.
too late. I'm just doing two colors.
Okay.
I don't know why, but this sweater got super cool.
Okay, so now you have cobalt blue to do. Oh my gosh, Abby, that's turning out really, really good.
I put yellow on the aquamarine, and then oh my thing is
Papa, can you
soaking.
believe this is one of your shirts?
Yeah, I can believe it.
I need to change one of my gloves.
What happened now?
It's soaking right in the inside.
Oh, okay.
I think I let it sit too long in there.
Let me dry your hand off.
My hand feels smooth, but it's also cool.
I'm putting black on the other side of the blue.
Okay.
And blue on the other side of the black. I think it was a bad choice because there's barely any blue in the black.
I think it'll be okay. Yeah, there's no bad choices in tie-dye.
Yeah.
Okay, are you done with that one?
Yep.
Okay, so now in the bag. So you put that in the bag, and then you can take your tray, not the whole bucket, but just the screen, and bring it over to the hose, and you can rinse it off that way you don't get any black on your next thing or blue on your next thing, okay?
Make all this look. It's been totally loose in about 5 seconds. Okay. Better?
Okay, cobalt blue's right there.
I need to. Could you move this?
Yep, hold on.
Ooh, this is dark. I like it. Cover it. I like that it just doesn't let any
Oh my
other
God.
colors sit.
So you know those helicopters?
Yeah.
One fell right on my head. I almost said, oh my god, the sky's falling.
From the maple tree.
Yes.
There you go, Ben.
Don't worry. Don't worry about
Now,
Mosquito.
Tesla, you want to make sure you really get that in there, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this.
Ooh, this almost seems like black.
it. That's
That's real dark.
You warned me. And me like it.
What color should I do for the hat?
What color would you like for a hat?
Kind of, like orange and yellow and like dark red.
Okay, so so Tesla's gonna use the yellow, but we do have like two different color oranges. We have a soft orange and an orange crush. This is a darker orange.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, orange
Yeah, I'm
crush
thinking
is
of like Ferrari colors.
Ooh, cool. I do have soft orange as well.
Oh, Ben,
It's a lighter color.
this is orange crush. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, it's a nice orange color.
It's not very dark.
Well,
Um,
and then there's a fire red, which is right there. So those two together would be nice.
yeah.
The fire red.
So Abby, next you need to do your purple. I have a bunch of other ones to do too, so I'm gonna keep the process moving.
I might accidentally use a bunch of this baby pink.
That's okay. We have another pink.
I'm being not as lit.
Careful.
On guys,
Yeah,
okay.
once you like use like this color or this color, once you wash it, it would look more of it will get more layered.
Yeah, it's darker because it's wet, right?
Like my hair.
Oh, I accidentally got some inside of the pants.
Tesla's doing a sweatshirt,
There's blood
which is
on
going to take, oh my
I think I
god,
got myself.
which is going to take a lot more dye in order to do it. Oh, Abby, this is going to go really good with your rainbow shirt that you have, you know?
This. I'm gonna very carefully do this part. I don't want it to get right inside.
Then there's a little bit of the rim of the hat that's white still. And just under, yeah, right there, perfect.
Okay. On to the yellow.
Okay.
Let me start doing it.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, there's, look.
Oh, I'm actually supposed to color the inside.
Well, this is that side too, I mean, if,
Oh.
just put it on, there you go. Unless you wanted the white there, I don't know. Maybe you did.
Yeah, with this I didn't
looks
even
really good.
I didn't even have to do the other side really because I was
Oh yeah, perfect.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so Abby's is done.
I think I need new gloves.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I see something back here?
Yep, 1 second.
And then this is my my shirt.
Mine too. And me too.
There you go, Ben. Okay, you might want to rinse your hands off before you touch the bag. Okay, so you want to rinse that off? Okay.
I will put this on the floor.
Looking good. That is a sweatshirt that I got for Tesla in Austin. That is a Justin Bieber sweatshirt. Oh, it's gonna fall and get all gross looking. Oh, snap.
That's so cute.
Okay, that bag has a hole in it, so I'm gonna put it in another bag. Okay. Now Abby's gonna be doing her spiral. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You can recover.
I didn't know this.
Rinse off your gloves.
I did.
Okay, we'll rinse them off again.
That might be a little white here.
Yeah.
That's why I started doing it on the concrete.
Oh no, I don't want the dye on the concrete though.
No, not the water. The water.
The water's brushing the dye off.
I may need a Lucy.
You may or may not made up.
Okay.
Okay, what colors do you want on this one?
You can pick the colors for me.
How about we got a lot of blues? So how about
Use some blues.
yeah? How about watermelon
Ooh, yeah.
and turquoise? Just those two. And then you could do watermelon, turquoise, watermelon, turquoise, watermelon, turquoise, watermelon, turquoise. And that way it'll look like a spiral.
I may not have my arm color for
Oh,
3 days.
that's okay.
I'm putting my glove on it.
Ooh, this is a super good.
Now these are undershirts that they can wear while they're sleeping. So
Yeah. If my big one dried before we went to sleep, I would definitely wear it.
yeah, I'm not gonna rinse them until tomorrow though.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a
I actually know what is working on me.
super good idea. Like do all of this watermelon,
Uh-huh.
and then do like small dots of black.
No,
Can I have a
Okay,
paper bag?
yeah, we can do that.
Or a slip puff puff?
yeah.
If that made any sense.
I am doing.
Slip puff puff.
Yes, puff puff.
There you go. I think I like that idea, Abby. I think it's gonna look real neat.
This will be my watermelon shirt.
My hands are a little numb, but it's okay.
Yeah, my hands feel cold. Cold as ice.
Cold as ice. Oh, she's as cold as ice. Oh no, Ben's got a little water. Why don't you hold your gloves like this?
Yeah.
And then you can.
And then get it all going into my armpit. Yeah.
I meant just like this. Oh, like this. You goof.
What did he do?
He's letting the water run into his armpit. Oh my gosh.
And
What a
oh,
goof.
oh, look
Can I
at
turn it for you?
And
Oh my armpit! Oh my armpit! Okay, now for the other side.
Oh, thank you, honey. Okay, you guys aren't allowed to use these two colors.
What are those two?
These are two different browns that I want to use. I don't know. Okay, you doing that? Probably on purpose, just to get you wet.
I made it so then it's like flat line.
Oh.
So then I could just.
Okay, dye your stuff.
I'm squeezing my gloves out.
Okay, you need two new gloves?
Yeah, please. Let's just hide them in the water.
No, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a
do.
little.
So careful where you put those on the table, Ben. You're going to get more dye on them.
Guys, make sure to not let your hands be soak in there for too long.
Okay.